Right, what is up, boys? It is the Ultimate Chicken Man here, and at the start of this game, I actually had no idea which specialist to use, so I ended up letting the game pick for me, and it picked Nomad, which actually didn't do too bad, because I think my dog ended up getting a few kills. So at the start of this game, I wasn't sure which class to use, so I actually spawned in with the Sorg, which is the new SMG, and this thing actually shreds just as much as the new AR does as well. But I decided to switch to the AR, as you saw at the start right there, but I had to use this SMG for 1 life. I think I must have got like 3 or 4 kills, maybe 5 with this, and then for the rest of the game I'm just using the new AR, so don't worry about that, because I know it says in the title that I'm using the new AR, and you're probably wondering why I'm not using it at the start, so that's just to clear that up. Now in this gameplay I go 81 and 9, I believe, 81 kills, 9 deaths. I'm using the Score Streaks, Mantis, Attack Chopper, and Strike Team, and I'm really not sure how many kills each of them got, but I'm pretty sure that I think I remember thinking that the Strike Team was doing nothing, so I guess we'll find out when we watch the silver, because I haven't actually like watched it all through again. But yeah, no, this new AI, I think it's called the Mad Dogs or something, or Maddox, I have no idea how to say it, but it's actually crazy. I'd say it's about the same level as the Sorg, which is the new SMG, but since they both came out, I've really only been using the Sorg, because as you'll know, I'm an SMG player. That's what I prefer to do, just because I don't know, I prefer the movement, just easier. It's you can move quicker aiming down sights and everything. It's just more my playstyle than to just like post up on areas like as you do majority of the time with an AR. But as you can see in this game, I'm kind of playing with the AR like it's a submachine gun, and it works, which is why I don't know, I kind of feel like it might need a nerf, just as the Sorg might need a nerf as well. But I feel like it's a good thing that both the ARs and the subs have like a dominant gun that you can like go to, and you know it's going to be consistent and work for you. But yeah, we're probably going to see a nerf on both of the guns sooner or later. I forgot to mention at the start of the game as well, but I'm sure y'all have already noticed that this is the new map they actually released at the second day of weekend 2. I think it literally got released at 3 a.m. this morning in Australia. So yeah, this is my second time playing on the map. I'm still not really sure how I feel about it. It kind of just feels like there's just too much going on. I like the way it looks. The looks is probably, I would say this is actually my favorite map in the game in terms of just how it looks and just how clean everything looks. But it's kind of just, especially around that middle area, it's just mayhem. It's crazy. But I don't know, I'm not saying it's bad, it's probably not my favorite. I would say my favorite map right now is Frequency, or Seaside, I think it's called. Those are probably my 2 favorite maps. This one, I don't know, when I first played on it, I thought it was really bad. I guess it'll probably get better the more that I play on it, and the more that I learn what to do around the map. Now, since I got nothing else to talk about, let me just pull up the patch notes from beta weekend 2. And let's see what they have updated to, I don't know, make the game better. So first of all, obviously they added the new map, which I just pulled up, and so I found out that it's called Hacendia. I have no idea how to say that. I think it's Hacendia or Hacienda or some shit like that. I have no idea, so I'm not even gonna try. They changed the jump and the sliding mechanics. They actually made the jump, because I'm not sure if you'll know, I think I might have said it in my last video, but they nerfed the jump recently so that you can't bunny hop, because a lot of players were apparently complaining that in gunfights people would just keep on jumping, because there was no like in World War II, if you jumped once, every time you jumped after that it would be lower and lower. But in Black Ops 4 at the start of the game, if you jumped once, your second jump would be the same height, and you could just continually jump non-stop during gunfights and stuff. So they nerfed that, and then they buffed it back up so that the initial jump was back to the original height. And I like that. I think it was so weird before, because on Black Ops 4 there's a lot of like tough mantling spots, and to not have a jump that's really high, it makes it even harder to mantle up into those areas. So I like how they changed the initial jump to the original height, but they made it like reduce the height progressively as you continue jumping. So if that makes sense, I actually like that. How they changed the sliding, they initially nerfed the sliding, making the distance lower and the speed lower, but let's see here. Apparently now they slightly increased the default slide speed and distance. So they didn't do it all the way back up. They did it a little bit, trying to find like a balance, I guess, because they said they want the the main like use of the slide to be to avoid like combat, to like get out of tough situations and stuff, not to actually be like a primary way of moving around the map, because that's how it was before. You like you would slide instead of running because it was faster. So they just wanted to be kind of just to get away and start or initiated gunfights and things like that. In terms of weapons, the GKS they extended the damage range to compete better at mid-range. I like that because the GKS was straight ass earlier in the beta, so I like how they're continuing to buff that. The ABR, which is the gun I previously made a video on, they actually nerfed that. They didn't nerf the damage or the fire rate, which is weird, but they decided to nerf the recoil by increasing the second shot recoil to make it harder to hit the third shot, which is it's just kind of weird to me, because I feel like no one had a problem with the recoil being the way it was. I feel like the problem was with the damage or the fire rate, but I mean, I'm not a game developer, so I'm just leaving it in their hands. As for the specialists, they changed the recon, which just reduced the sensor dart duration. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like the little motion sensor or portable radar from Black Ops 1 or Modern Warfare 3. It's just kind of like a mini UAV on the map, and they just reduced the duration of that. For Torque, they reduced the razor wire cooldown, which means we're going to be seeing more razor wire. Sick. Let's go. You love to see that. As for score streaks, it was just the Mantis. They just buffed the health. Game modes, I haven't even talked about this yet, but actually I think I talked about it in my last video. But yeah, they came out with Heist, which they just updated by removing irrelevant items from the Helion Salvo's upgrade path. I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure some of you do, so I mean, if it's useful information to you, then that's good, because I have no idea what it means to me. That's all of the updates that actually happened so far this weekend. So I think I'm just going to leave you with the rest of this gameplay. I'm pretty sure I'm in the middle of like a pretty big streak right here. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. You already know all that stuff. I'm tired as shit right now. I don't know what's going on, so that's why I'm stuttering a lot and everything. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe like I already said, and I will see you all later. Peace out, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Losing C. 7 is Winchester. Mantis awaiting orders. We lost Charlie. Neutral. Strike team exiting mission area. TACCOM calling an attack chopper cast. Losing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Enemy has A. Securing C. Charlie secure. Losing B. Losing Charlie. Losing Bravo. We lost C. Mantis powered. They're gone. Losing Bravo. Securing Charlie. We're being dominated. Get aggressive. Team locked down. Losing Charlie. They're dominating. eliminating us.
Standing by.
Go on the offensive. Taking B.
Ajax wasted.
Hostile RCXD spotted.
Drop.
Securing C.
Strike team standing by.
We've lost the lead.
Threat neutralized.
Taking Charlie. C secure.
Down.
Securing Bravo. No second chances. This is all or nothing. Bravo secure.
Shut up.
Losing C. Enemy took C. Alpha secure. Taking C.
Ruin down.
Losing Alpha.
Battery killed.
Mantis available for tasking.
We lost Alpha.
Nomad authorizing Mantis deployment.
Securing Charlie.
Strike team exiting the AO.
Losing Bravo. C locked down. Enemy has B. Up.
Ajax gone.